Hey, what's going on, guys? Trooper Mark here, and I'm here with a video that's going to be a little different. Not quite a review. It's not a vlog. It is sort of in the same realm of stuff that you guys usually kind of interested in, or a lot of you guys are into obviously the Star Wars comic book stuff, video games, that kind of stuff. Some of you are into wrestling, so this will sort of cover kind of all those bases. I'm going into book reviews. No, I'm not doing that. A little while back when I did my videos on my collection, the last video I did in my room, and I showed you my Star Wars autographs, or at least the majority of my Star Wars autographs. So I thought, I've been to lots of signings and sci-fi shows and Comic-Cons and whatnot, and whatever you want to call them, just various shows over the years, and I thought I would show you the rest of my autograph collection. There's a couple other Star Wars mixed in, but it's I just thought it'd be neat. It's something I've been wanting to do for a little while, and I'm gonna get with it. So there's a lot to show. Now, first off, I am a very big wrestling fan. One of my favorite wrestlers is Rey Mysterio, and I have several items autographed by him. This is a photo. It's kind of dark. I don't know if you can see. It's really hard to see. I don't have the greatest light in my room. But anyway, this photo is something I bought at a show, and which is autographed by him. And then I have this visor here, which this should be able to see a little better. See, signed by him, Rey Mysterio 619, World Heavyweight Champ. This I bought at on WWE.com. They have like an auction site, similar to eBay, but they have items personally signed by wrestlers, which you can bid on. And as I stand up on my bed to show you another item, another favorite of mine, Shawn Michaels HBK, with another item which I won, which is an autographed Shawn Michaels t-shirt, which I went to a store called AC Moore. That's like crafts, and they do framing and stuff like that. So I bought this sort of this frame, I think what they call it, a shadow box. So there's the autograph, Shawn Michaels HBK. So now I'm going to go down here and show you some of the books. There's a local bookstore called it's called Bookends, and when these celebrities do book signings, they get a lot of celebrities there. And I'm going to go through. First, you have Roger Moore, who again, for some who are familiar with James Bond, know he was the second James Bond. He was originally supposed to be the first, but I got to meet him, and there's Roger Moore. They wanted him to be James Bond first, but he was doing a TV show called The Saint, and so it had to pass, and that's why Sean Connery became the first James Bond. But he eventually got the part, did a great job, Big Apple Comic-Con a couple years ago. We got Jerry the King Lawler. Let's see, to my best friend Mark, best wishes, King Jerry Lawler, WWE Hall of Fame 2007. And all these are from Bookends. We have Batista. Bear with me. So there's that autograph. Some of these I've read, some of these I haven't. We got Kurt Angle. Back when he still had hair. Interesting. He's bald now. So there's that one. There's a lot of these, so I'm going to try and go through these quick. One of my all-time favorites. I've met this guy twice. Mankind, Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, whatever you want to call him. Really awesome guy. Really, really nice. Then again, we have. Oh, I forgot to show you. I got this. See, you can see there. This is my Rey Mysterio replica mask, which I got at book. I bought with me at the bookend signing, and I asked him. He signed the book, and I asked him would he sign my mask as well, and he did. Again, really great guy. Took time with especially with the kids. Took pictures and things like that. So there's Rey Mysterio. So now I'm gonna go to these because okay. Now we have this is from. There's a guy named let's see what's his name, Dave Barclay, who he was the head puppeteer for Jabba the Hutt in Return of the Jedi, and he explained to me. So he wrote Boshuda, which is sort of a Huttese word. He explained to me that he actually got to say the Jabba the Hutt lines on set. Of course, they were later translated into the Huttese, alien language, but he would say them on set to give the cues to the other actors doing the role. So, they knew when to say their lines. So that's pretty cool. Again, there's lots of wrestlers. Blast from the Past, Greg the Hammer Valentine. I've mentioned this before. I'm very into drag racing. And this is Morgan Lucas. Drives the Geico car. This is the guy. Okay, Steve Dash. I believe that's how you. Yeah. Now he played Jason Voorhees in Friday the 13th Part 2, which is, unless you count the dream sequence in the first movie, he is technically the very first, Jason. And he's very proud of that. Another old wrestler, Nikolai Volkov. Okay. And we got another drag racer. This is Corey McMillan, who I met. I actually took a picture with this guy. And he actually retired from drag racing, so he's not doing this anymore. So that's a pretty cool one. And this is Sean Waltman, also known as X-Pac. He was also known as the 1-2-3 Kid, the Lightning Kid, Six. Depending on what stage of his career. Okay, now we have Lou Ferrigno from the old TV show from the 70s, The Hulk. And he was, of course, the Incredible Hulk. Helen Slater, who played Supergirl in the live-action movie. Not a great movie, unfortunately, but it's comic booky. It's comic book related, so I like it. Mick Foley, again, or Mankind. I remember at this showing, there was a kid actually brought in a steel chair that he wanted him to sign, and he signed it. This is a TNA Impact wrestler, Sanjay Dutt. See, and I gotta leave the slide on. I'm sorry it glares on these pictures, but if I turn it off, you won't be able to see. So, here we have Adam West, and I have a couple Adam West, who he just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame recently, which is really cool. The old 60s Batman TV show. And here is his sidekick, Burt Ward, also known as Robin, of course. I know there's another picture of these that you'll see a little later. Okay. WWE superstar Edge, who just last week got inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. His career was cut short due to injuries. Probably would have had a couple more years, but multiple time, world champion, tag champion, intercontinental champion, so on. One of the best careers. Then we have Matt Hardy, famous Hardy Boys. Now again, from the old Batman TV show, Julie Newmar, one of 3 actresses that played Catwoman. So very cool. She was very nice. And then you have Yvonne Craig And again, I'm sorry about the reflection of my camera in these protectors. But you have Yvonne Craig here, played Batgirl. And going back to James Bond, we have Richard Kiel, who played Jaws, a character named Jaws. He killed people. He had steel teeth, and he killed people by biting them. How cool is that? And The Spy Who Loved Me, this is from that film. That's my favorite. It's my favorite villain in my favorite James Bond movie. Again, another old TV show going way back. TV show called The Honeymooners, and Joyce Randolph played this character here, Trixie, and she's the only one that's still alive. As far as I know, she's still alive. She's the only one. Classic show, one of the funniest ever. Mark Singer from the 80s miniseries V. Very cool. He was in Dallas, a couple other movies. One of those being another one of my favorites, The Beastmaster. 80s sword sorcery movie, very cool. You know, if you like Conan and things like that, you'll probably like this movie. It's a pretty cool movie. Really got to move. All right. Billy D. Williams. There's another Billy D. Williams up on the wall I showed you. Of course, Lionel Calrissian. Here's another Ray Park. Very cool guy. Awesome guy. Really friendly. Another Carrie Fisher. And another Carrie Fisher. Now this one I just bought from like a collectible store. But this one I got in person. So another old TV show from the 70s and 80s. Buck Rogers in the 25th century. Gil Gerard, who played Buck Rogers himself. And on the other side, we have Erin Gray, who played Colonel Wilma Deering. Was also on a show called Silver Spoons. And some other things, I'm sure. But those are her two big roles. More wrestlers. Big in the 80s, early 90s. Bruce the Barber Beefcake. Another guy who was big, former WWE champion, the Iron Sheik. Now we have for the Alien fans, this is Tom Woodruff Jr., who in many of the films, in fact, he was a guy in the alien suit, in the costume. You know. Some of the later movies, they used CGI and other things, but a lot of times they still used, even with the Alien vs. Predator movies, I think they still used guys in costumes. Cynthia Scott, who played Dietrich, one of the Galactic Marines, in my all-time favorite movie, Aliens. Okay. John Force, drag racer, 15 or 16-time drag racing champion, and his daughter, Ashley Force. You guys will like this one. Former WWE diva, Candice Michelle. Very nice, and yes, very sexy. So, wow. Okay, another former WWE diva, Lillian Garcia, who came back to the WWE. She sings the national anthem at their live shows and does the ring announcing. I gotta move. Robert Height, drag racer. Tony Schumacher, another drag racer. Here's another one of Cynthia Scott. This was the one I got in person. This guy, I forget his name and I can't read his handwriting, but he played Spunkmeyer, another one of the Marines from Aliens. And I've got less than a minute or so. Big sexy Kevin Nash. And I don't want this to go too long. Adam West, Burt Ward again. This guy has a lot of autographs. Who else is on that? This is Melody Anderson from the old Flash Gordon movie. Oh, we got... there's too many of these. I'm going to have to redo this or something.